So if you understood supplementary angles, then you're going to find complementary angles really easy. So a complementary angle is based on 90-degree angles. So 90-degree angles are those perfect angles, right angles, and they make 90 degrees. This whole thing is 90 degrees. So if I have a question, and let's erase that for a second. Let's say it's like this, and it says this part, this angle here is 40 degrees, and then the question is, what is this part of the angle? Well, just like in supplementary, we know this whole thing here, from here to here, is 90 degrees. We know this section is 40 degrees. So if we take away this section here from 90, this 40 away from 90, then that will leave what is left over here. So it would be 0 take away 0, 0, 9 take away 4 is 5. So that means this side over here is 50 degrees. Now you could do it the other way, if you like adding a little more. So I have my whole angle, I've got 40 degrees, I know the whole thing is 90 degrees, so I think, well, I got this side's 40, how much more do I need to get to 90? So 40 plus what equals 90? And you can kind of count by tens and count up. But ultimately, and so if I know 40 plus 50 equals 90, I've got it. This way here is a little easier when I'm subtracting. It's a little bit easier to get the right answer, especially if it was like 42 degrees, more complicated numbers. So let's do a couple questions together. I'm going to put number 1 here. And you can do this in your math book. So get your math book out, pause this video, and then come back when you're all ready with a number 1 and with complementary angles written at the top. Perfect. All right. So I've got my 90-degree angle. I'm going to say this side is 45 degrees. What is this side over here? Pause this video, and when you figure out the answer and have drawn this in your book, come back and see if you're correct. All right, let's check it out. I know the whole thing is 90 degrees, and this side is 45. So I'm going to take this side away from 90, from the whole thing, and that will leave this side over here. So 0 take away 5, I can't do it. I have to scratch off that 9. I got to take 1 from it, really 10 from it. This becomes 8 tenths. I'm going to put that over here. So now I've got 10 take away 5. 10 take away 5 is 5. 8 take away 4 is 4. 45. So this side is 45 degrees. Both sides are 45 degrees. All right, let's try number 2. I need my 90-degree angle. I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to say this side is 25 degrees. Right here, this side. What is this side? This angle over here. Pause the video, figure it out. When you have it all drawn out and figured out, come back in, see if you're correct. All right, let's check this out. We know the whole thing from here to here is 90 degrees. I've used up 25 degrees, so how much is left? I'm going to take away the 25 degrees to see how much is left for this side over here. So I'm going to make that 8. 10 take away 5 is 5. 8 take away 2 is 6. That means this side is 65 degrees. See, these are easy. And once you understand supplementary angles, then this is really the same thing, but just based on 90 degrees. Okay, so let's try another one. Number 3. I'm going to make my 90 degrees. And I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to say this is 10 degrees down here. How much is left over here? How much is that side? Draw this, and when you figure it out, pause the video and come back in and take a look. So this side, let's see. Well, I know the whole thing is 90. From here all the way over is 90. If I take this 10 part away, that'll say what's left over. So I take away 10 from 90. That equals 80. So that means this is 80 degrees on this side. Okay, let's try two more. Number 4. All right, so I've got my 90-degree angle. Oops, and I'm going to go this. I'm going to say this here is 80 degrees. How much is left over here? Pause the video, and then when you're done, come back and check out your answer. All right, you're back. Let's see this one. So I'm going to erase this. And, oops, draw that angle back in. If this side is 80, I know the whole thing is 90 from here all the way to here. The whole thing's 90. I want to take away this part of here from the 90 and to see what is left over right here. So I'm going to take 80 from 90, and that equals 10 degrees. Get rid of these. It's 10 degrees. So this side is 10. All right, last one, number 5. I draw my 90. Actually, I'm going to make this one a little more tricky. I'm going to make a square. Lots of times this is when you have to, when you use the 90 degrees to figure it out. And sometimes there'll be a line like, maybe some kind of weird angle like this coming down. Well, if you're told this is a square, every corner, every vertex in a square is 90 degrees. So they won't say it's 90, this is 90. That you just have to know if it's a square or even a rectangle, every corner is 90 degrees, right? So if it asks, what is this angle right here? And it's told you this side here is 20 degrees. What would this side right here be on this square? Draw this. When you're done with the video, when you're done, pause the video, and then when you're done, come back and check out your answer. All right, so we've got this shape square. We know this whole angle is 90 degrees. This part of it is 20. So we've used up 20 of the degrees. If I take that 20 away, that will leave what is left over for over here, for this angle here. So 0 take away 0, 0. 9 take away 2 is 7. 70 degrees. So this angle is 70 degrees.